Hello, Sagittarius. Thank you for joining me. Let's dive into your reading today. We do have the Sun squaring off with Pluto today. We have Mercury quincunx Chiron. Could be a bit of a weird feeling day, a lot of tense emotions. We have a water trine going on right now, so it's not really helping with the Sun in Scorpio, squaring off with Pluto in Aquarius. Really dark energies for sure, delving deep. And then, of course, Mercury, quincunx, Chiron, our mindsets are feeling weird. But you could be releasing conflicts that you've been having. I feel like this is like the final purge, the final push right now as well. Squares can be dynamic pushing breaking points almost, right? So there could be something that you feel has just broken down for you. Maybe you thought that something was just like unfair for the longest time, and then you realize it was fair and it's the way it's meant to be, and it's going to lead you towards stability. So I see you moving away from disharmony, conflict triggers, into more stability, into more grace as a result of all of this. Maybe there's almost been a feeling of like having to let out everything that was toxic or disharmonious so that you could move towards some kind of growth. Growth is not always comfortable, right? So I'm going to grab some, self-worth. This is at the end of the day on the top of the deck. This is about your self-worth, your expectations you place in the world on others. Maybe you realize that they have been unfounded, that you cannot expect anybody except yourself to do anything. Because life is short and people are dumb. I'm just kidding. And it's just a strange life, a strange world. It's very temporary. So let's just continue on for Sag. Can you compliment this message from Angel Michael? Highest, most invaluable messages, please, of importance, please. Yeah, there's something that you've stopped investing in. This could be something that brought you sadness or a viewpoint of sadness. Maybe you were kind of focusing on all the relationships that you might have been unable to pull through or bring into reality. Maybe there was some level of disharmony, right? But I think there is opportunity for new love. But I think you were maybe focusing on everything that hasn't gone right as compared to things that could go right. But I think, yeah, I mean, it's natural that things kind of, I'm seeing like a narrowing down process. So this could be in regards to who you communicate with. Interesting. You could be learning a lot of new things as well regarding self-worth as well. Yeah, this could have been like people around you. I think you've had to detach emotionally from these people. Could have been third party situations here. I think you pulled away. Seven of Pentacles in the reverse makes me think that you haven't been investing in this. And for good reason with the Five of Cups here, it looks like. Anymore. There's definitely a need to pull away from that situation. Yeah, there is something here about your priorities at the end of the day, not getting distracted. People could have really distracted your time or energy, or your focus. Page of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, there is something here about healing. Three of Swords, like moving away from this pain, moving away, detaching from this Three of Cups, Five of Cups. These could be people around you. This could have been something based in lust as well, or just like instinct, or just like animalistic kind of things. Anymore. Could have been dealing with a fire sign. I see you moving away from like maybe that towards more logical, learning new things, learning new ways. You could be preparing to exit your comfort zone as well, to move towards flow, to flowing with life, to new opportunities, to new communications, new people. This could be a new masculine coming in for you, or this could be you assuming a more strong position. This could also be a boss figure. Yeah, it seems like a boss. This could be maybe there's a boss or something like that. Or you're just taking more control of your finances at this time with the Five of Pentacles sideways, really reflecting what's been taken away from you. This could be like conflicts, people who have sent a lot of conflicts your way, or these could be people that are watching or spying you as well. You could have left these people behind. And I think you're learning, you could have learned a lot as well about how to deal with like these kind of people in your life, these jealous, vindictive people, the fact that this is always kind of, a part of reality naturally. A lot of people are just kind of like animals, right? So, um, hmm. Yeah, there's something about a new beginning. These people could have tried to hold you back from a new beginning, or there's a new way of seeing things, or that you could be studying or working on, fighting for your new beginning as well. Yeah, this could be something regarding finances, strong focus on finance. This could be a new beginning in your long-term goals, aims. So maybe you're just recalibrating or restructuring, or maybe you're viewing things like maybe in the past you would get involved with things from more like spur of the moment kind of energy. And that wasn't really, I see you having to become more mature, grounded with the Knight of Pentacles. Slow and steady wins the race here for sure. This could also be a masculine or changes in your work happening as well, but this could be happening slower than need be, and it could be because of conflict. I heard sabotage, subterfuge, People sending weird intentions, people spying. But I think you're also slowly but surely detaching from something. Like Six of Swords energy, you could have had to leave something behind and then go slowly and surely towards a new beginning here with the Fool. You can even see her arms are outstretched. There's like stars all around her. She's like in a void. She doesn't really know where she's going. So, So maybe you're figuring that out. Yeah, justice. This could have been about relationships in the past, or there's something that's rebalancing out regarding your relationships. Really reconsidering the commitments that you're a part of. So that you can move forward. Tell me more. Yeah, there could be a new opportunity for something long-term or money, financial based. I'm saying spring could be relevant. Ace of Pentacles here. Yeah, Six of Swords. The energy came out. You had to leave this whole bullshit situation over here. This pain. Five of Cups, three of Swords, Three of Cups energy that wasn't working out. This Page of Wands in the reverse. Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. Justice sideways. This bad situation. This burning house. You're literally leaving it behind. It could have been hard. You know what I mean? Like packing all your shit up in short notice, or having to leave a burning house. You know, a thing that just wasn't working. Somebody who really, this could be people around you that wanted to cause a downfall of you or your what you've built. And I think it's because of a self-worth. And maybe they thought this could be like jealous people around you. So any other messages? So you are going to actually receive healing. So if you are concerned about long-term stability, about money, it looks like you are working on that right now with the Star and the Ten of Pentacles here. It looks like there is some kind of healing coming in for you with the Ace of Pentacles. It could be coming in faster than you may expect, but I think there's a need to really focus on your priorities of the Two of Pentacles here so that this does work correctly and that you choose the right people to work with as well. Maintaining priorities will be important though. Yeah, you could feel a little bit emotionally rocky right now. You could feel like your strength is being tested or you need to work on your strength. But yeah, let's get you one of these. Actually, let's get one of these. But it would be totally normal if you felt a little cranky today with the sun squaring off with Pluto, with Mercury, Quincunx, Chiron. This is not pleasant energy. It's not easy energy, at least. Oh, all paths lead home, inner authority, intuition, and turn your gaze within. So maybe you were just realizing that, looking anywhere else except yourself is just the wrong destination, right? Maybe people try to distract you as well and take your gaze off of yourself, but I think there's something about greater self-worth that could be helping you. You can see he's even standing alone, right, in the darkness. So it's normal to look to the external world for answers and guidance. What's revolutionary is turning your gaze inwards. You're being called to source your guidance from within. So instead of, even watching this reading or other pick a card readings or whatever, there could be something about realizing that most people around you are probably not even, especially if you're like very spiritually advanced, they're probably not even, it's kind of like talking with it's like what probably Nikola Tesla felt talking with people around him. It's like, no comprende. Like, you don't get me, I don't get you. I'm 300 years ahead of my time. This is not going to vibe. You know what I mean? So you're being called to source your guidance from within, to study the terrain of your inner landscape, to develop a reliable relationship with your soul. So this could be just about talking with your spirit team more and grounding that down instead of externals. The more time you spend connecting with your soul, the deeper the connection becomes. 34 could be a relevant number. The challenge for empaths is staying connected without cutting off from the world. The best way to do this is develop a daily practice that helps you keep checking in, to draw on the wisdom within and let that be the authority in your life. When this card appears, you may be called to develop or switch up your spiritual practice. You could just be like talking casually in your head with your spirit team to get in the habit of turning your gaze within, especially like I know demonic entities and demons, they always don't want you to do that. They want you to look everywhere except within, right? Because then you have a connection to God, you have a connection to truth. You won't be dissuaded. But if you're looking to everything around you, you're more easily confused. Getting centered in the day before consuming anything from the outside world, to start with a feeling of at-homeness throughout each day. Find simple ways to keep coming home. It doesn't mean switching off from realities of today's world. We need as many conscious people as possible, living with eyes wide open. Rather, it's a call to start the day from a place of connectedness, grace, devotion, and protection, I want to say. So when you go out in the world, when you let the world in, you do so from an unshakable state of being. So you might notice that your relationships will improve as well, a state where you draw your strength, authority, and guidance from a place deep, deep within. So if you're not sure what's going on right now, talk to your spirit team, ask them what the next step would be. And we shall move on. There could have been something about misunderstanding something, like you could have miscalculated something or missed a number or maybe you didn't know any better, right? It's kind of giving like you're trying to do calculus, but you're only in, you only know the algebra or something. Somebody's trying to hold you back from a fresh start. I think there's a balance. Wow. There's a loud, sounded like an angry car just started up just as I said that. So somebody could have been very pissy, very angry with you. You might even be picking up on their energy or attention. So continue to shield and cleanse and protect and ground. This could be gossipers, people around you, but follow the spark. You definitely have guidance here, it looks like. So And I think you're kind of being forced to do your own thing right now. I'm seeing a lot of solitary energy here. And I think that's leading you towards healing as well, because maybe there's a lot of people around. Maybe this healing, you need to do it alone, or this healing is not accessible to most, or it's not when you're in groups. Yeah, there is something here about learning or studying or developing a sense of diligence. And finishing something. You might need to complete something. There might be like a final healing or culmination here. This could be a way of seeing the world or finances in general. Could be closing out anything that's been holding you back from these new beginnings, the Ace of Pentacles energy. But let us, yeah, divine timing. So just know that divine timing is at play here because it's on the top of the deck. So flow. So there is something here about just flowing, allowing things, even if you don't feel in the mood, allow yourself to, journal or express it or just do shit that makes you feel better because it will pass. Transits do pass. Let's see. I want to get juicy messages, Sag. Let's dive into your messages today from the highest teams of love and light, Angel Michael. Sagittarius. I hope this reading has helped you at least. If you are feeling the tension, Sagittarius, or you were, hopefully you are able to release it or get some guidance or have some support. Anything else for Sag? And call on for support, pray for support, ask for support, ask your spirit team to show you miracles today, especially if you're in a mood. Ask them to send in supporters if possible. Of course, don't when we have challenging transits, keep understanding things. There's something about slowness here. Slow and steady wins the race, which makes sense because we have the Knight of Pentacles here, which is more of a laying those foundations for the long term. I don't know why so many of them went in my shirt. Anyways, it says fierce serenity. So there is a need to really protect your serenity, especially if you're going towards new beginnings, because it looks like there are people that are trying to fight with you. Five of Swords, you've had to deal with a lot of petty people, maybe your entire life. Feeling drained, cleanse, and protect. So so be careful because somebody could be like draining on you or taking elements of your energy or tapping into your energy. So you want to make sure you're doing those cord cuttings, asking Angel Michael to cut and sever any energetic cords that are not yours. Call back all your power so that you can feel stronger. Because sometimes we feel pissed or annoyed because other people are taking too much of us and they're pulling us left, right, and center, even just by thoughts. Keep them in quarantine. Yeah, there is a need to protect yourself, but at the same time, I don't think it's you protecting yourself. I think it's you protecting yourself from them, and you can continue onwards and connect with new people in new situations, people that benefit you with the Three of Pentacles. Protect what you've worked for, yeah, because people are trying to take it down. There are jealous people around you. I can see it. No offense. Schedule yourself into your life, me time. So make sure you're prioritizing yourself so that you can feel strong enough to face everything. It says, I watch romance movies to think of you. So I don't know if they do or not. Maybe they watch horror movies. Who knows? I don't know if it's upright or reversed. So fortified force field. So you might need to, do some protection or fortify your force field. Your guides talk to you when you think you're talking to yourself. So those ideas, those downloads, those epiphanies, they're not random. Your radio, you are picking up on frequencies. Try to get in your head. So somebody's trying to control you or harm you or make you, I'm hearing sabotage. This person wants you to sabotage yourself. Maybe they're trying to get you distracted off your path. They could be trying to wrap you up in conflict. They could be just being petty. They could be getting you to try to think less of yourself, especially if this person's jealous or threatened of you. It says seeking your weakness. I don't think it's working though, so good on that. Continue to grow in your strength. Life isn't, but if you notice this energy, if you notice that there's almost like this, continue to cleanse and protect, right? Life isn't entirely predetermined. Steer the boat to a better shore through the current. We do see you literally leaving something behind, Six of Swords. So learn more before making a decision. So yeah, there is something here about carefully making your decisions going forward. With study and the Page of Swords here, there is something here about, new endeavors, new adventures, but seeing it from a more logical perspective. This is not emotions. This is not, this is not the Page of Cups, the Page of Wands, this is the Page of Swords, which is all about learning, investigating, thinking clearly, thinking logically. Learn more before making a decision. It makes them feel better to hate on you. So you might be even picking up on these people's frequencies. I don't think it's affecting you with conflict in the reverse. Maybe it was for a time though. So maybe this is now ending. This is now you're detaching finally, Six of Swords energy, truly detaching and healing. Go shopping, interesting. So I don't know if you need to go shopping or not. Could be helpful or something like that. You will eventually see their true colors. So you could be just noticing who people truly are. Projects their own shortcomings. So this is people that, they try to keep you boxed in the same confines they have. If they feel upset, they want you to feel upset. If they feel distracted, if they're addicted, they want you to be that, right? If they're stupid, they want you to be stupid. Discipline in spiritual practices, shielding and grounding. So big focus on this. Big focus. Trying to trap you. So this could be in your head, in your thoughts, in your energy. This could be somebody trying to hook into your energy. This could be somebody doing magic on you. This could be somebody so many different ways. Maybe they're trying to do like they're trying to puppet you. I see somebody trying to puppet you. So this could be somebody who tries to plant thoughts in your head so that you do certain things. I'm here and break up with your boyfriend. Anyways, your intuition knows. It says releasing the energy slash connection returns the karma. So continue to do that. And we have acts like Bender from Futurama. So if this is an inclination of maybe you need to be doing this, or this could be somebody around you that was very like cold, stupid, no offense, dumb. Ancestors want to reincarnate through you. So there could be certain ancestors that are waiting to for you if you're going to have children, or this might be something that was predestined, or maybe they want you to have children or something like that. But it's your life at the end of the day. So, but if you've had inclinations that certain ancestors want to reincarnate through you, that could be why they're helping you or setting things up so that that can happen. They know you caught them. You've caught them. So this is somebody who knows that you see through them, that you see maybe that the fact that they've been distracting themselves and as such distracting you. Um, I feel like somebody here is a snake. Like somebody here, like maybe not literally a snake, but like I feel like somebody here is just not authentic or honest. Like they wouldn't be the type to pull through. Like they're the type to do false hope, false promises, and never pull through kind of energy. Like set you up for failure. Say they're going to jump off the cliff, and really it's just you jumping off the cliff. It says they were out to break your heart. So demonic entities, demonic presences, low vibrational people, jealous people, faking being your friend to benefit off you. So trying to put up roadblocks and challenges. This could be somebody who's literally trying to do this any which way they can. They could be doing magic. You could be noticing that they try to send certain people into your life that bring harm to you. This could be demonic entities, presences, things like that. Magic is real, right? So continue to shield and protect and be clear. Maybe you need to do some return to senders. Maybe you need to clear the energy. Maybe you need to talk to somebody. Maybe you need to do some protection rituals. Armored but approachable, centered. So this is what they want you to be, like armored. You need to have your shields up, but still go out there and get shit done. So seeing the truth for what it is. So you could have had like real deep revelations or just understandings, downloads, epiphanies. This could be happening when you're sleeping potentially. Could be when you're awake as well. Just I feel like sleep is like during the day you can get distracted by so many things left, right, and center, right? But at night, your spirit team can communicate to you a lot more clearly, right? So there's less distractions. They can just tell you what's important or give you the downloads. Like maybe there's a weird dream that has a certain situation play out that teaches you something, right? That shows you what they want to show you. Projecting who they are onto you. Things are changing for the better. So if you're kind of concerned about all this bullshit that it seems that you've dealt with, it looks like there are going to be changes. Especially the more that you learn about self-worth, focus on self-worth. That could be something you're studying right now. I think there's something about your eyesight. You could be noticing your eyesight it's becoming clearer, or you could have gotten glasses or something. I just feel like there's something about seeing something more clearly as well. You could be noticing stars a lot. Like there's something about stars as well, like evening time. But let's pull some of these. Sagittarius, and fire. Yeah, somebody has a lot of strong emotion. This could be why you had to leave it behind, or maybe you need to learn how to channel your emotions. Tell me more. Yeah, this was someone extremely stubborn, unwilling to change. An idiot, mule here, donkey, an ass. Yeah, you will successfully overcome something, especially if this was like discord among people or people around you that tried to keep you in a conflictual place or conflicted place. Yeah, there was someone around you that really was threatened by your authority. I think you parted ways with this person or individual. Tell me more for Sag. There's something about being protected. This person was no good. This person was poisonous, if you're wondering. Like something about their aura, or you could notice like a lot of bad things happen around this person. Mountain. Yeah, this was so if yeah, it wasn't a friend either. You could have I don't think you had fun with this person really. Obstacles to overcome. Okay, I see things becoming easier for you, like over time. It's not instant, but it's like from what you thought was like a huge obstacle is slowly whittling down into something less and less. And before you know it, you've overcome it. And this could be through your psychic intuition, making the right choices of who to collaborate, who not to. There's something about the people that you work with, I think, or the people you choose to surround yourself with that's really important right now, for your money as well. There's something here that was negatively impacting your health. I see you could be improving your health as you've parted ways with somebody as well. There's something that you're shedding. This could be a drinker. This could be somebody who's into drugs or parties a lot. I see happy times coming for you. You've dealt with a lot of bullshit though, so this is crazy because we have the heartache in the past, which is like really painful energy. We saw that Three of Swords, but then we have this in the future. Grapes. Time to go out and have fun, and this is coming for you. So I don't know, maybe they just need me to let you know that shit's gonna get easier. Yeah, money will be coming to you. Like, what do you want me to say here? This is beautiful energy. So keep up the faith, because whatever you're working on, your self worth, your expectations, realizing that maybe you need to not have expectations on others, that you need to have just self worth, and expect better people to enter your orbit or orbic field, whatever, work field, I don't know. But beautiful reading, honestly. This turned out quite well. The highest teams of love and light. Angel Michael, any relevant last messages? So you could be drinking tea. Yeah, something was really throwing off your money. So I think, like, if you're concerned about, like, why did I have to leave it behind? I think this had to happen because it was only holding you back. This could have been somebody who had a lot of pride, Leo energy here. Somebody, maybe you realize that you were around people that had like way too much pride. We even saw that they were trying to project who they were onto you. So it's like really, really dumb people, low key. Yeah. They did. There was some. You could have been dealing with somebody very immature, specifically a man or a woman, just immature people around you. Wrong frequency, no comprende kind of energy, um, and this had to happen because you weren't happy in the situation in the past, is what it's showing me. So these people were. It was not the right road. It wasn't the right path. You were only going to sink lower. Yeah, time to get out of a situation, and you had to defend yourself on the top of the deck. Okay, tell me more. Yeah, dissatisfaction. Something broke. Somebody broke something, or somebody broke something of yours, or somebody was aiming to break something of yours. Like we saw that heartbreak, right? So this person was aiming to cause you pain. You do not need help from these people as well. Just know that. You've had some kind of disappointment in a friend or lover. Okay, any last minute? There is some kind of spiritual enlightenment that you've gone through, but you're not going to be sad about this. There is a new venture coming for you. So keep up the good work. Let's get your advice. What are the actions Sagittarius can take from their highest themes of love and light? Let go. Let go of this shit. I don't think there's room in the future for this. So you're going to have to let go of a lot of things, it looks like. Yeah, see this shit clearly. See through the bullshit, especially if these are masculines around you. Could be an earth sign energy or somebody with strong earth, but see through the bullshit. This could be a liar. This is a liar. This is what's caused pain, because these people are lying, or they have lied to you. And you saw this clearly. Letter W can be relevant, as well as M. Anything else? Detach. Whatever you're doing right now, the Six of Swords, which I see you or have already been doing, is part of the advice. Six of Swords, continue to detach. Detach from the lies, detach from the burdens, detach from the heartbreak, because it's over. It needs to be over. You could be preparing to exit a time of rest as well. There is going to be success as you slowly but surely come out of this rest period, it looks like. Yeah, there's a huge ending here. Death is here. So we are in Scorpio season. That's a Scorpio card. It's all about not being afraid to go through the changes, not being afraid of death. Death is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. I was just reflecting on this. It was my first thought when I woke up. Like, death is just, life is so, it can be so dirty and grimy and hard and just disgusting, and there's always just so much to work on, and there's just always like people and disgusting energies and things like that. But death is so easy. I'm not trying to like say, oh, like a suicide cult or something. I'm just saying there's no need to be afraid of it. If anything, it'll be a celebration, and there are spirits on the other side apparently that celebrate their death day. And if I was dead, I would do the same, because it's like a time when you finally get to return and things become easier. Not about easiness, but it's like you get to connect with your spirit team. You get to see the truth of the situation. You're connected to the knowledge of all that is God himself, right? Which you can access when you're alive, but there's so much bullshit and bickering. It's like chickens in a chicken coop. It's a bunch of bullshit, right? So, and that's what like reality, I guess, quote unquote, feels like. But yeah, there's something here about not being afraid of death. So don't be afraid to, release. Don't be afraid to let go. Even if maybe you are, on your deathbed or whatever, and just know that, you know what I mean, like, if anything, it's a gift. It's a blessing to move through those changes. And if anything, it's going to put an end to things that brought you so much struggle. You know what I mean? Especially if you've been like on a deathbed, like, you've had cancer or something for years or something like that, or you've gone through so much bullshit and hardship in your life. Death is a welcome fucking reprise. You know what I mean? Like, so there is going to be a new creative venture, but you can't have the new without the death of the old, right? You can't reincarnate without dying. You can't change circumstances without the change happening, right? So yeah, this could have been a King of Swords, specifically a masculine energy. This is somebody who could have preyed on you as well. And there is a lot of predators on Earth. I mean, there is a ton. And I was thinking about that. Like, if you're an animal and you get killed by like a giant predator or something like that, I mean, it is kind of a blessing. I mean, in a way. I don't know. At least you're done, like you're fucking done. You know what I mean? Like you can just like become a ghost and go anywhere you want and do whatever you want. And I don't know. Sounds pretty good. Anyways, overcoming obstacles. So yeah, you've literally overthrown this person. It looks like this could be somebody with Capricorn specifically in their chart. Could be somebody very cold, cutting, ruthless. I don't think you're sad about this situation. There's something about you elevating above it as well, or maybe seeing a higher perspective that allows you to understand it and move beyond it. Sagittarius. The bat and the hellbore. Intuition. Very interesting. I'm gonna have to read that for you guys. Take care of yourself as best as you can, of course. Let's see if I can see it. Bats are guardians of the night, representing dreams, visions, and the subconscious. So it's really the real reality, right? Like they say dreams and all that is the real reality. This is kind of the illusion, right? They show us how to access our mystical side. Hellebore is an unusual flower, blooming in the winter with downturned sepals. So maybe there is something here about winter, or something could be changing in winter, or these changes. Like winter is typically the season they associate with death, right? But it's interesting that this actually blooms in winter. So you could be like the type that kind of, maybe your chart is inverse, like if you have a Libra rising or something. Um, then you would actually, your growing seasons would probably be other people's dying seasons, really. It resembles a cup being poured out, right? A symbol of emotional candor. So there could be like a lot of emotional release right now, which they're saying with the Ten of Wands here, releasing, releasing. Together, the bat and the hellebore tell us to trust our intuition. And I think your instincts are seeing a higher perspective as well. They're connecting with a higher understanding and knowing. Your instincts can be relied on. Curl inwards like the hellebore, as the blind bat trusts its own hearing, trusts your intuition to guide you. So maybe literally like taking naps or talking to your spirit team in that dark space, like maybe like closing your eyes, hypnosis sessions, or just allowing yourself to close your eyes and anywhere you are and just talk to your spirit team could be beneficial. How can I learn to trust my gut? Do I need to analyze a problem, or is the answer more immediate and instinctual? I'm thinking there's something about immediacy or instinctual, like not in a, like we did say something about instincts, but, and you might need to analyze to make sure it's the right choice, but I feel like there is something here almost innate. There's something about, yeah. Okay, let's get extra messages and we'll close out. But yeah, don't fear the Reaper. Definitely. The Reaper's a friend. The Reaper is the good guy. Oops. And it's funny how in this world of like, you know, physical, tangible bodies and shit, people try to make everybody scared of death. But really, it says you have successfully moved on, by the way. But really, death is like, there's nothing to be scared of. And if anything, that fear is just to control people, just to harm and control and cause pain. And it's all just energy. Anything else for Sag? And of course, we have Pluto, right? We're in Scorpio season. This is the planet, the season, Pluto. It's associated with death. We're going through major endings right now, major deaths, especially with all these planets that are finishing up this year in 2025 so that they go more full fledged in 2026. We're kind of re encountering a lot of things so that we can tie up loose ends, right? With Jupiter, I think, is about to go retrograde as well. Uranus is going retrograde, Saturn, Neptune. You know what I mean? Like, the only thing that's really going direct is Pluto right now. So death is the way showing us forward right now at this present moment, basically. Crosses your boundaries. So this could have been people that had crossed your boundaries in the past. You've dealt with people like this that tried to take away from you. Biggest test of your life. Cut cord. So this could be the biggest test of your life or one of the biggest major tests of your life. So just know that. Do take it seriously and cut these cords. It does say you have successfully moved on, so, you know, disengage. Their worst fear is you stepping into your power. So this could be somebody who's just stupid, idiotic. They don't step into their own power, so they're scared of other people doing the same. It would embarrass them if you did that. Keep them ghosted. Especially if there's somebody who acts like Bender from Futurama, you might even realize you don't even like this person. You know, this person could have been very manipulative, and that was it. They don't want to see you progress because they're not progressing. Trying to insert themselves into your schedule. Using your power of God / personal power will drive you to destiny. So there is something here about learning that, right? Using your power of God / personal power will drive you towards destiny. Clearing / changing contracts with more awareness. Exactly. So it's like you're kind of wrapping up these karmic contracts, realizing maybe certain people that you don't want to have a contract with, that you don't want to interact with. Maybe you've learned a lesson, and so your spirit team is like, yeah, she's learned the lesson. They don't need to be together in this lifetime because they learned the lesson. You know what I mean? Like this person doesn't provide anything for her. She realizes it. She moves on. It says it's not enough. Yeah, it's just not enough. Somebody's just not going to be there. They're just not on that level. It's kind of no comprende. This person's in grade 2, you're in grade 10. You think there's going to be some kind of proper exchange of values of anything? This person is literally a toddler in how they're thinking about reality, maybe, and you can't change that. It's not your job to change that. So be with God. Be glad you got away. Better life. So there is good. We already saw this. Like, money is coming to you. There's good shit coming to you. Psychic ability. Successfully overcoming a problem. It might not be instant with the Knight of Pentacles, but the more that you cultivate your own sense of personal power, there's going to be people that are going to match that. So maybe this is a lesson for you to, work on your power. Protect your abundance. Greedy haters. 48 laws of power. So these are people who will use any tactic or method to insert themselves into your life to get control or gain over you or hurt you, harm you. Greedy haters, right? So let's see. Lesson coming to completion. Amen. Let me just give you a round of applause. Congratulations, because you reincarnated. You learned this lesson. This could have been karmic lessons that your parents never learned, right? Once you finish and wrap up all these beautiful fucking lessons like a bow at the Christmas tree, you're going to get gifts. Santa baby is coming for you. So just know good shit's coming. I see it's raining money, it's raining men, it's raining whatever the fuck you want. So continue to strategize, continue to work and think about what do you want to create, manifest, study, plan, vision boards, do the actions, there's nothing that's stopping you right now, especially since you have an increased sense of self-worth and you've closed out major karmic cycles and lessons. You're a boss bitch, babe. I love you. Hope you guys are doing well. Always put yourself first, right? And I think this is going to really lean you towards a happiness, which this literally popped out. It's like, it might not be coming, it might not be instant, it might not be this month, it might be next month, but just know your gifts are coming and you're doing great. And I think you should know that. I think you need to know that. The color purple could also be relevant because we're seeing a lot of beautiful, and purple is such a strong, powerful color, right? It's like, like the ultraviolet spectrum, right? Which is like the hottest flames, right? It's ghosts, it's spirits, it's connection with the divine, it's the pineal gland, right? So your psychic ability is turning on, it's waking up. Be proud of yourself. Don't look backwards anymore. Focus forwards. Wrap up whatever you need to lean into wrapping up, finishing up, because these are huge lessons, huge karmic lessons that you're completing that are going to allow you to have more power going forward. Let's actually get you some dice, Sag. Like, you could have really overcome a lot of bullshit, a lot of illusions, a lot of trials, a lot of tribulations. Sagittarius, people in placements from the highest teams of Love and Light Angel, Michael, Guardians and Guides, any other strong deities, Angel, Gabriel, angels for Sagittarius, people in placements. Let's see. Ooh, there's a whole change in your self-worth. This is all about self-worth. It's all about feeling. With Jupiter and Cancer, you could be learning a lot about your family at this time, expanding your sense of emotional well-being, which is what Cancer rules as well. But I think somebody was preying on your naivety in your self-worth before, and I think you're becoming more strong. I think before in the past, maybe you were an overgiver. You used to give without even giving to yourself first. Wrong, right? Now we're realizing that there's something about you giving to yourself and establishing a strong foundation going forward. And there's something about taking more control of your money as well, specifically, or maybe your self-worth, your resources, your identity. Reschedule things. Yeah. So you might be just shifting things around or getting people out of your life. We saw that contracts. Maybe your spirit team was like, yeah, well, we were planning on this guy coming in, and then you were going to spend 20 years getting married to this dude, and he was going to teach you a lesson about putting yourself first. But since you kind of wrapped up the lesson within 5 minutes of meeting this dude, now things are getting reshifted around, right? Like, you've learned the lesson. I don't need to give you an abusive dynamic to interact with. So I want to end it here. Thank you so much for being here. I'm sure you can get your own downloads here. Continue to rest. Continue to take your time. Honestly, there's something slowly but surely, like, maybe getting grounded is really important here as well. So whatever you can do to stay grounded, slowly but surely make progress, journaling, whatever. Continue to stay strong and protect yourself, because there was something here about that as well. So alrighty, let's see if we have any last messages from here. Adaptability. Yep. Me talks. Really focusing on the self. We actually haven't used these in a super long time, so I kind of want to. Look at all that dust. Jesus Christ. Sagittarius. Any messages that can help them? Crocodile is showing up, so this could be about being patient. Tell me more. Scorpion. That's funny. We're on Scorpio season. And Peacock. Okay. Scorpion and Peacock. Let's go ahead and see what we've got for Scorpion and Peacock. I feel like people have really tried testing you for a long time. There's something about not going back into like past cycles or something like that. especially if you were dealing with stubborn or cocky people. All right, 3444 as I start. So that could be a relevant number. We did say something about 34 already. Let's see. Passionate, competitive, tends towards isolation. The Scorpion is passionate, determined creature. Their career is very important to them, as are few select friends. Sometimes the Scorpion's heat festers, and they focus on unresolved events from the past. I think you're wrapping this up. Usually in a situation where they were left feeling burned. Scorpion card says it's time to come clean. Interesting. So you can get back to your usual fiery but fun self. So this could be just clearing away that karmic debts, those karmic lessons, maybe writing, journaling. When in balance, wild and free and fierce. When out of balance, resentful or unresolved. To bring into balance, honesty and forgiveness. Interesting. Honesty and forgiveness. So yeah, just releasing things, realizing that everybody's kind of done what they were destined to do and move on. And this could have taught you a huge lesson as well. And we saw Peacock. Let's see, Peacock. Inner beauty, compassion, assimilator of anything. The beauty of the peacock is unrivaled. It's easy to think it comes from the plumage, I don't know. But the secret of the peacock is that the beauty resides within and extends outward indefinitely. This adept creature can assimilate or digest all experiences in life, so it does not harbor resentment, conflict, or past pain within its psyche. So really releasing so that it can be more flexible and adaptable, right? The peacock type is extremely rare. Not many of us have reached this advanced level of acceptance of the self and others, so seeing things from different perspectives, right? When in balance, confident and kind. When out of balance, can't digest situations. To bring into balance, meditation. So yeah, interesting. 11 could be a relevant number that you're seeing a lot of. I'm going to end it here. Thank you so much for being here. Please hit like, subscribe. You can get a personal through the Buy Me a Coffee link. We'll leave a tip through there. I think you're closing out huge major cycles, but good luck. Take care.